This video has the words female and gooning in it. Let's see what it's about.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the female gooning epidemic, and for those of you who aren't aware of what gooning is, let me quickly give you a rundown on what it entails. To put it bluntly, gooning is the act of delaying the nut for as long as possible for the purpose of pleasure. It's pretty vulgar, to be honest, but some people jokingly claim that they can goon for hours at a time, which
I thought that's what edging meant. Hold on. How many terms exist in the world to describe edging? To describe delaying orgasm? Huh.
time, which just seems like the antithesis to good timekeeping, but what can you do, eh? Now you might think that gooning is exclusively for the male gender, but no, I have a true story about female gooners that changed my whole perspective on what it means to be a gooner. I'm about to bless you with some stoic stick lore, and this will be in the test, so make sure you have a pen and paper ready. It was last year in February, near the release of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish movie. My girlfriend at the time asked me if I wanted to go see it, and I said yes because I saw some good reviews about it on Twitter. Anyway, fast forward to the cinema, and she says that she'll buy the tickets and I'll buy the snacks. Then, when we get to the staff that checks our tickets, they ask me for ID, which I was confused about. So I asked them why they would need ID if it's at 12 to see the movie. The staffer just looked at me and then looked at my girlfriend. I turned to her and see that she has the biggest ear-to-ear grin that I've ever seen. I then look at the ticket in her hands, and it's not for the Puss in Boots: The Last Wish movie, it was actually for Magic Mike's Last Dance. Honestly, I can't even blame her. I fell for the old switcheroo and she...
Why? 'Cause you were afraid he wouldn't see that with you? It thickens. The gooning thickens. What's the... I already don't really know what to say, so I guess we just need to get more information, because that's... Why? Alright, sure.
I fell for the old switcheroo and she played it masterfully. So I started laughing and gave the staff my ID, and we walked into the screening room. The whole time I was thinking, wow, I can't believe I've been betrayed like this, but in all honesty I wasn't too bothered. I just kept remembering that Filthy Frank quote about Magic Mike. So really, I was just expecting to laugh at the ridiculousness of the film whilst there. So we sit down, and whilst the seats are...
Frank said that?
I fucked the squirrel today. It's dead.
I think I remember that. I've seen like all of his videos. Take it from Franco, Papa Franco. Yes. Yes. You like this commentary so far? You're getting a lot of value, aren't you? Let's keep going.
Seats are starting to fill up. It's 99% women and one gay dude, plus me in the back with my girlfriend. It was a 7 PM screening, so I'm guessing some businesswomen were there too, as some were in business casual clothing. The movie starts to play, and throughout the film I keep hearing this weird shuffling noise, like the sound of clothes rubbing against each other. Anyway, I looked...
No, I know what you're alluding to, god damn it. Did you know, in the showing of 50 Shades of Grey, I think it was, when staff would come to pick up the aisles, right, the average popcorn left behind or the drink here and there, they found discarded cucumbers scattered in the seats. You're welcome for that information, and you're welcome for this video. Let's
to the left, and I shit you not, every single woman in the row was sitting cross-legged, and almost in turn they would just shuffle in their own seats. Now maybe this is because I'm a man, but shuffling in your seat with your legs crossed is such an unnatural movement, so it was weird, and I noticed that it was weird. Then I realised that whenever Mike was on screen doing his thing, there was more shuffling than usual. I even turned around and looked at the people behind, all women, all legs crossed, all shuffling. And then I realised what was going on, and then I started laughing. These women were gooning in a movie theatre about a male stripper, just in public like no one would notice. Maybe they thought that it was a safe space because realistically I wasn't meant to be there, but fate decided that I needed to be graced with the knowledge that women love to goon. The thing is, it was like a 2 hour...
Not just that, but in a public place with like seats that they have to clean in a movie theater. Is that the go-to goon spot? Is that the location where the... Whoa! What a story, man. And we haven't even... I don't know what to... Where did they...
Like a 2-hour movie, and I don't know what they were planning to do about it. They were just cooking a whole pot of gumbo for no reason. I don't know. Maybe they're just such hardcore gooners that they did it for the love of the game. When I first realised that they were gooning, I lean into my girlfriend and whisper my revelation, and she has that same ear-to-ear grin as if she already knew that these women were gooning. She tells me to playfully shush and that I should focus on the movie. But how could I when I was non-consensually forced to be in a goon sesh? This continues for the rest of the movie as I'm forced to just sit there and endure whilst trying not to laugh out loud. The movie ends and the lights turn on, and I remember looking around and looking at the women, and they all looked like everyday normal women, not some weird goon addicted freaks. And ever since that...
What does a goon addicted freak look like? You need people to be in a demographic. What would that demographic look like? Why are you fucking edging in the goddamn... Don't do that. If, like... Why do I have to say that? Not to fucking edge in the goddamn movie theater. Home, like, streaming. Netflix, this is the time of, like, technological innovation, and you can do this shit at home, and you can even do more than that at home. Wait, you can't wait for it to come out on DVD? Sorry, this is the future. You can't wait for it to come out on streaming services? You got a goon right there and then in the goddamn public movie theater? Alright. What if it were dudes doing that? Gooning to Y Tu Mama Tambien? I can't even... Are there male fetish movies to goon to as a dude? If you got the XY chromies? I really want to think of a list of what are movies that are aimed towards men that are supposed to be sexualized. Because you can have your throwaway character here or there who's sexualized in a movie, but that's usually not the main point of the movie. Dude, give me a list, man. I know movies pretty well, and I can't even think of something that would... Where can you name a movie that has a plot centered around something that's just, like, blatantly sexualized, that is targeted towards the male demographic for men to goon to, that is about that? Because, you know, Magic Mike wasn't really about that, but that was a huge, let's just say, feature to the movie. There's clearly an intent. Like, you can think of all sorts of stuff targeted towards women that have that purpose. What the hell's going on? Should I be afraid?
And ever since that day, I was wise to the female gooning epidemic. And now you are too. Now that was a year ago, and it's only gotten worse. Since then, I've heard about the underground goon trade that is BookTok. BookTok is a pretty large community within TikTok that revolves around talking about, reading, and recommending books to each other. It's mostly women who are involved with BookTok, and this doesn't sound that bad, you might say. Well, it's the content of the books that they read that makes it a little weird. It's 95% smut and softcore corn, for being honest, and because it's TikTok, they circumnavigate the content filters on TikTok by referring to a book's spiciness level as to the level of its smuttiness. If you type a book into Google, there's a pretty high chance that you'll get the autocomplete recommendation of spice level after the title, which just goes to show that it's become such a common ask that Google's algorithms will just assume that anyone typing the name of a book into Google, just looking to see if it has...
I want to try that. Oh, Google. Didn't think so. That had to be doctored. The spicy, the goon chapters of Mein Kampf. Or how about The Road? Is that one? Can we goon to that one?
2 left. 1 for you, 1 for me.
Okay.
Like this.
I'm at the net. Oh no.
Common ask that Google's algorithms will just assume that anyone typing the name of a book into Google, just looking to see if it has what they need to drain the swamp, shall we say. To give you an example of how ridiculous some of this is, I'll read you a few excerpts of one book called Neon Gods, that's supposed to be high-level spice. For context, it's about Hades and Persephone, and it's so cringe-inducing, but anyways, it begins with Hades. This woman is mine. Even if it's only for a few months, it's heady knowledge.
Hades, please!
I go still, and she tries to roll her hips to keep my fingers. that earns her a nip on her shoulder.
Please what? Be explicit.
Make me
Her inhale is ragged.
kiss me. Just don't stop.
I won't stop.
My words come out as a growl, but I don't give a damn. But I don't give a damn. Okay, Mr. Fedora, this made me almost scrap the entire script for the video, by the way. I was really tempted to just bin this idea because of that one line, but I don't give a damn. Things I do for you guys, you better be appreciative of this. Anyways, continuing. I kiss Persephone and resume driving her towards her. She still tastes like summertime. I want to wrap her up and keep her safe. I want to her until all her masks shatter and she cries as she around my. I want, as much as I intended to draw this moment out, we're both dancing on the edge of control. I press the heel of my hand against her, giving her that extra bit of friction. She moans, breathy and low, and I'd give anything to hear her make that sound again, to know that I'm the one causing it.
Let go. I've got you.
I move back to her neck, kissing her as she writhes against me. Her breath comes in harsh.
Okay, pause. Yeah, give me a moment. There are people who have careers from this type of shit. What do you think 50 Shades of Grey is? What is art? What is talent? What is skill? What is ability?
Pants, and then she tips over the edge, her clamping around my fingers as she I gentle my touch, towing her back to earth even as I lift my head. Persephone shivers in my arms, leaning against me and letting me carry her weight in a way that indicates a trust that I don't deserve. I ease her leg back down, but I can't quite help kissing her neck one last time. We haven't even had and I'm already craving the feeling of her in my arms, her taste on my tongue with a desire bordering on frenzy. Imagine being one of the ancient Greek writers and hearing this slop. I'd honestly be rolling in my grave to realize that my work of fiction was transformed into this. I don't even know how to describe.
But like, is that like a point of contention there? The fact that it's Hades? What is it? The god of like hell or something like that? A bad boy? Oh god. Female psyche's just... Human psyche's fucked, but especially the female psyche. Oh my god. What the hell is that? Is that like legitimately a fantasy? Is it just because it's like the description of it that I guess is more arousing than the actual like act of it? The feeling around the act. Yeah, psychologists are stumped. Alright, okay, whatever.
I don't even know how to describe it. And the worst part is the use of language is so basic that it was obviously intended for the low IQ or for younger audiences, which is concerning to say the least. Yeah, this is what book talk is all about. Now, I'm not one to judge, but remember, these are the books that they're reading on the train to work, in school, just in public places, because I've seen these books with the colourful paperbacks and weird titles, and usually I'd not give it a second thought because the title just sounds so shit. Neon Gods? Yeah, okay. But now I've realised that they're all gooners, so I hit...
Did that say bestseller? People have careers around that stuff? Dude, doubt everything. What the... You're well known for something? Oh, okay. Let's just keep it at that. Is that supposed to mean something? This is the stuff as a result of bestseller? Let me see some of your work, man. Oh yeah, it's called Neon Gods. I think you'll like it. I think you'll be able to goon to it. Jesus. Sorry, Hades. That's what it's... Hades. Sorry.
So I hit a quick Google search anytime I see a title being posted, and then I realised that they're just another gooner. Now this video isn't here to necessarily shame people for reading spicy books. It's to shame people for reading spicy books in public. You guys need to be sprayed with cold water. In fact, we need a government program that has automated sprinkler systems that just splash cold water onto these gooners whenever it detects a spicy book. Now to those of you who think I might be overreacting a bit, just remember that if this was a dude doing this in public, he would rightfully be lynched, but for some reason it's basically accepted. Some of you may ask...
Yep, in the theater, all those girls gooning. You can just do that. People don't take it as seriously if it's a female sex crime offender. It's not as big of a deal. You can be a female gooner in front of other people and people are going to be like, oh, that's fine, it's cute. It's just, they're harmless. God. Humans, man.
Some of you may ask if I, Stoic Stick, am a gooner, and let me just tell you that no, I am not. In fact, I'm quite the opposite, as I practice semen retention in order to increase my testosterone levels. Semen retention is a very powerful technique that the government is very afraid of. In fact, why do you think the government spread the phenomena of No Nut November? It's because they want you to only practice the art of semen retention for 30 days. Any longer than that and they can't control you. I've been nut free for almost a year now, and I can levitate. I'm pretty sure that I'm close to being able to control minds too. Because of this, I'm 99% sure I'm on some government list, and they've definitely sent some federal agents to try and break me, but those wenches could never lower my testosterone. Anyways, I'm going to use my mind control powers to make you like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. But, anyways, thanks for watching, hope to see you in the next video, bye.
Why did I watch that?